Hi, my name is Malcolm, and I am what we call a scratcher. A scratcher is a beginner of a professional tattoo artist. That's what my dream has always been. Anyway, the video that I'm making today is how to set up a tattoo machine, and I've been tattooing since I've been 16. I'm 38 now. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Google, whatever, under Brickman42675. Like I said, today I'm going to teach you how to set up a tattoo machine the way I've learned. And okay, whenever you purchase a tattoo machine, you usually get these things called Allen wrenches. They usually come in a set of 3. But anyway, the very first step, I'm already jumping the gun, you need to have some rubber gloves. Alright. Now, if you got one on, I've been told a long time ago it's a no-no, so make sure you have 2. Okay. The very first thing I want to teach you how to do is setting up your barrel. It's a 3-piece. It's a 3-piece. Alright. This is the grip. And of course your tip. And then your actual tube, which is the barrel. Okay. First of all, I want to go ahead and assemble the barrel with the grip. Alright. And of course everybody should know by now, if you've gotten this far, that the barrel goes in the back side of the grip. Okay. Go ahead and tighten that down. Now as far as the tip goes, what I've always learned, or what I suggest everybody do, because that's the way it works better for me, is go ahead and slide the tip in the top of the grip and slide down from wherever the curve's at, where you can see the actual needle, to the tip of the grip, about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. Alright, there's your barrel all put together. But anyway, these Allen wrenches I was talking about, you know, they come in a set of 3. And the reason being is there's different things you gotta tighten up, loosen up, so forth, whenever you're rebuilding your machine, putting it together, putting your barrel together. You know, your actual barrel, it's actually a little smaller Allen wrench than the ones you tighten up most of your stuff with on your machine. The machine usually takes the biggest Allen wrench. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on. Now, always use, I repeat, always use disposable needles. I mean, if you buy a disposable needle and you store them, you're always subject to reuse them. That's very, very unsanitary. I've never reused them. But anyway, the proper way to take out a needle out of its packaging is always go from where you put your garment on, get that in. Let me go ahead and do this. Alright, now, go ahead and fold both of them away from the needle. And go ahead and pull your needle on out. That keeps you from damaging the tip of the needle. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my rubber garment on. A lot of people don't do this till, you know, everybody sets their machines up different, but I'm showing you the easiest way that I do it. I got the rubber garment on. And what you do is, you go in, try to keep it centered. Alright. And just go ahead and let gravity do its thing. Boom. Now, even though the rubber garment is already on the needle, it should slide up in that hole, that little tightening hole with the little winglet, and it does. Alright, well, let me get this already started. Alright. Now, since I have so much play here right now, I can move my needle. That way I can go ahead and turn my needle and rubber garment to go ahead and go on the arm bar, the tip of the arm bar. Now, the proper adjustment for the tip that I found is the width of the nickel. Okay, a lot of things on a tattoo machine is adjusted by the width of a nickel. So, what I do is, see the tip here, I go ahead and slide the tip of my tattoo needle guide up to the very tip of the needle. See where you don't see no needle. I usually just go barely past it and then go ahead and tighten it down. Now, what you do now is just push in on the bottom of push your arm bar towards, like you're going, go ahead and push it in. That way you go ahead and put that nickel on the tip of your needle guide to the tip of your needle. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just barely too far. So what I'm going to do is push my needle tip just a little further forward. Try it one more time. Perfect. Now that we got the needle depth adjusted, you're supposed to have the same adjustment between your coil and your arm bar as the width of the nickel. And you know, I always thought that once you push that down, your needle depth is the width of a nickel, so is your arm bar between your coil. But that's not the case. A lot of times that's what your adjustment screw is for. But mine's pretty close, so I'm just going to back it up just maybe one little quarter turn. That's good. Alright, one other thing I've learned is, let me try to expose this rubber band a little bit where you can actually see the coil. Alright, so now see where your arm bar is sitting, like right to the edge of the top of that coil. Alright, that's where your actual speed adjustment is. If you go ahead and push your arm bar past the tip of that coil, it's going to be a little bit, I guess, short stroking is what I call it, but it's going to be moving a lot faster. And when you're a beginner, unless you're quick with the hand, you don't want to go past that. You want to bring it to the edge of that. And the reason being is the edge of that's actually a good starting speed, beginner speed, and that way, you know, you just ain't ripping the skin. Alright, so anyway, with that being said, everybody knows what the rubber band is for. I usually do a double wrap, and what that does, like most of the time, you know, it's more for like using your flats and your mags. That way your needle's not, you know, bouncing out of your tip, because it's open instead of closed like a round tip. But anyway, and that's another story of its own. But anyway, see the very tip of that arm bar, how it's painted pink? This is a little trick I learned by watching the other tattoo videos on YouTube, and this guy named Cage Yacht. I believe that's how you spell his last name, Yacht. But anyway, very smart individual. Here's a little diagram they came up with, and this is how to adjust the speed for different areas of tattooing. You know, you got your lining, you got your shade, and you got your coloring. Now, he suggests, you know, like you get some white out, but if you ain't got no white out in the house and you got a girlfriend, fiance, wife, whoever, go ahead and grab their fingernail polish, alright, and just color the tip of that arm bar. This is very, very helpful. Thank you, Cage. But anyway, here we go back to this little diagram. Whenever you see that eye, the center of your eye, okay, and you see your garment around the eye, whenever your needle is going up and down, okay, whenever it's like almost you know, going together, that's a liner speed, okay? The faster you speed your gun up with your, you know, your adjuster, your speed adjuster, the further apart it is, the eye is going kind of widen apart, so you got your shade and you got your color. Alright, but anyway. And another little thing, you need to get familiar with each part of your tattoo machine. So here's like a little diagram that I found, because whenever you get further along and you want to like build your machines and so forth, I ain't gotten that far yet, but I'm sure I will eventually. And I am using a Chinese machine, you know. I ain't built these coils. They do get the right size capacitor, just as your little capacitor. And your capacitor is supposed to be a certain amperage. So anyway, this is a little quick video I wanted to share with everybody what I've learned. And I hope it helps everybody out. And good luck into the tattoo business.